There's this one animal which was extinct before I was even born. I want to feel how it is to be one of the strongest in the forest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I am on a mission to become
Sometimes you meet people who make you question everything you thought you knew. I wasn't expecting that person to be a 9-year-old. So, this is a story about purpose, a voice that's impossible to ignore. So, let's meet Advik.
Hi, this is Advik. I spoke for 14 hours about animals non-stop and broke the elite world record. And then I wrote 2 books. One is Lessons from the Animal Kingdom and The Whispering Mountain. I won a jury award for it. I also won the Best Storyteller award. Then I got invited by the Indian Institute of Science, the Devacha Center, to speak about the Western Ghats species and their endemic species for around 25 minutes. I study in grade 5 of 85 school. I am 9 years old. I live in Bangalore.
Hey Advik, I was so excited to meet you and I have a couple of questions. Shall we begin?
Yes,
Okay, so I just want to know what goes inside your brain all day.
I'm always thinking about how I can improve forests. That's what I usually think about. Or how I can save animals from extinction.
So, when you started this, were you scared? You were confused?
None. I was actually very excited for the journey ahead of me.
Okay, great. So confident. Why do you like animals or why you were
I used to like animals before when I was very young, especially my fascination about snakes. And when I got the opportunity to write the book, I chose animals. And then I just decided to continue my legacy.
so something different from your topic? I just wanted to know what do you do when you feel lazy?
When I feel lazy, I feel like I have nothing to do. So I read books.
What if there were no books?
If there were no books, I would ask for money from my mother and buy more books.
Okay. Now, do you think marks are important or curiosity is more important?
I feel like curiosity is more important because wherever curiosity goes, marks follows.
Is there anything you want to change in how kids learn today?
I would give them the opportunity to learn in whichever way they want. For example, if you keep a bucket and you keep 3 rows of children, the first row of children, we give everybody paper balls. The first row of children can throw the paper balls. The second row of children, few people. The third row, you can't. But then if you put the third row to the first row, they can do it. So it's not that they cannot throw; it's just that they're too far away. So for kids, if you let them learn in any way they want, be it playing, reading, writing, anything, they can learn it easily.
Now, you gave this example of 3 buckets.
Yeah. No, one bucket.
Okay, 1 bucket.
You can.
Okay, so where did this example come from? You've read anywhere or
Uh, Actually, the thing is, I listen to a podcast.
what kind of podcasts you enjoy?
This podcast is Guru Raj Kajagi.
Mm-hmm.
He speaks about. He is a motivational speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like my idol.
Mm-hmm.
I want to become like him. So yeah, he gives these stories, these examples, which whenever I get the chance, I want to quote it to others.
We are talking about books, so I just want to know: do you learn more from books or by observing the world?
Actually, both are important, and I learn by doing both. If I have a car, I know that cars have machines. I mean that cars have small things inside it which help it function. But I understand what they are by reading books.
What do animals teach us and schools don't?
Animals teach us survival.
Okay.
Be it in any place. If
Mhm.
you go to a forest, you can survive by using animal tactics.
Okay.
But schools, I mean, they do, but they don't teach how to survive.
Do you have any mission or anything you've started?
Yeah, I do have a mission. I am on a mission to become the voice of wild. I want to help the wildlife to, I mean, I don't want to endanger them. I don't want to kill them. for their skin, tusks, anything. I want to save them from extinction.
While most children are still figuring out what they want to become, Advik here is already working towards something he believes in, a mission called Voice of Wild. So, Advik, here we have a quick rapid fire. Shall we begin?
Yeah.
Okay, Harry Potter movie or Harry Potter book?
Harry Potter book.
Why?
Because books are better than watching a screen.
If you could spend one full day as any animal, which one would you choose?
I would choose the elephant because I would want to feel how strong, how good it is to be the strongest in the forest.
So you think elephant is strongest and not the tiger?
Actually, the tiger is indeed very strong, but the thing is, elephants can easily defeat this tiger. You have to see the size comparison. It's like a mouse and some human. The thing is, elephants have a mindset. I went to a zoo once. There, I had seen an elephant in a cage. I asked my father, the cage is so small, the elephant can easily break out of it. But then my father told the elephants have this mindset that they cannot break it. So then I understood that humans should not have that. If they think they can't do it, they can never do it. If they think they can do it, then they can do it. They will do it. So if I was an elephant, I would not have that mindset. I would go ahead, and if I ever got attacked, I would go ahead and defend myself. So if I was ever an elephant, I would not think that I could not do it. I would do it.
Oh God, I'm so amazed with the information you have. Okay, if you could ask any one question to any animal, what that question would be?
I would want to ask the snake that even though it's deaf, how can it hear vibrations underground?
So, which animal do you think is smarter than humans can even realize?
I think it is a bear because people only think of bears as creatures which love honey and also beasts if that can attack if they feel threatened. The thing is, very less people have seen bears doing tricks. Not many people know that bears can do all these different type of tricks. They are like gorillas and they can use small items like sticks to perform tricks.
Okay, so fastest animal in water, land, and sky.
The fastest animal in water is the sailfish, over 100 kilometers or so. The fastest land animal is the cheetah. It can reach up to 113 kilometers per hour. And then the fastest animal in the sky is peregrine falcon, which can reach up to 365 kilometers per hour, faster than cars. Imagine how fast it must be.
Now, if you wanted to create a documentary on animals, what would the title be?
The secret voice of wild.
Okay, as your mission also says, Voice of Wild.
Yes.
Okay, yes, thank you. Why are sharks important for oceans? Why do wolves move in packs? Questions most adults never even think to ask. Here we have Advik who knows it all. Have a check. Okay, Advik, let's spill some facts. I want to know which animal has the strongest memory.
The elephant.
What actually makes elephants emotionally intelligent?
They are very close to human beings, as in they have a different body. They think different. Whenever one of their members die, they go and touch their bones and respect the person who died.
Okay.
So that shows that they're built different. They are very similar to humans.
How do migratory birds know where to go?
Migratory birds use the Earth's magnetic field, and they go to every some place warm. They don't go to some perfect fixed place. They use the Earth's magnetic field and go wherever it's warm.
So, why are sharks so important for oceans?
Sharks are very important for oceans because they help control prey population.
Why do wolves move in packs?
They move in packs because they need safety, as they're not the apex predators. Because there are other predators which hunt them. So they move in packs for safety and an higher chance of catching prey.
What animal can survive without water for the longest?
Kangaroo rat. It can survive its full lifetime without a single drop of water, which is again 5 years. But yeah,
Now, why do penguins huddle together?
two things. One, for warmth. Penguins huddle because they need
the
to
groups,
be warm. Yeah.
okay.
And one more thing, they need to be safe from predators like polar bears.
Which animal has the craziest superpower?
If you ask me, There is this one shrimp. You might feel like it's, yeah, what is this so small creature? It's a boxing shrimp or some kind of that. It can break glass. It can break literal glass. It has a very powerful hit power. In just one snap, it can break glass.
So, what's that one extinct animal which you wish people would have studied more, or you wish you had studied more?
Actually, there's this one animal which was extinct before I was even born.
Mhm.
The dodo bird.
Dodo bird.
I like it very much. The thing is,
Okay.
it cannot fly. It used to lay one egg per year. That meant that there was a very small population of dodo bird because one egg per year was very less. I have not studied too much about it, but I feel it's fascinating.
Last one, which animal has the strongest bond with its
The
babies?
African elephant.
No doubt this child has spoken non-stop for 14 hours. I'm really amazed. I forgot he is a child, he's a kid. Every extraordinary child has a story, and every story begins with someone who believed in them very first. Let's meet that person here. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
It was pleasure meeting Advik, and we were very curious to ask you some questions. We want to know, have there been moments where you felt emotionally overwhelmed as a mother?
Oh, yes, definitely. In fact, many times. Yeah, I mean there are moments where I feel like, am I doing enough? Am I protecting him enough? Am I supporting him enough? He just wants to explore the world, right? With that, every moment is overwhelming for me, considering that I'm working, I'm taking care of home, I'm taking care of kid.
So, what was your reaction when you first spoke like this first time?
Well, I think it's absolute silence. When I first saw him do it, like, I was not expecting him to do so much. So when he first started talking, what I realized is if I give him 100%, he'll give me 200% back. So for me, it was absolute silence, and I was completely amused by the capability that kid holds on, the way he was putting things across, the way he was expressing himself.
So, how do you balance talent and childhood together?
That's a very good question. Actually, I have been thinking about it a lot. So usually, what happens is when a kid achieves something, right? We try to replace the entire childhood from this achievement, and that is where kids start feeling down. Kids start feeling depressed. For me, right now, I always focus on his childhood more, not just on achievements. So yeah, when if you ask me how am I balancing, I think I am prioritizing more of his childhood. To give you an example, right? Recently, when he was achieving this world record, he wanted to go to play, and I, being a mother and who knows his potentiality, I always pushed him to give his best, try to practice it more, try to read more, and just put his complete efforts there. But with time, I realized when I started doing it, he started feeling down. He was not able to give the 100% of what he is. So that's when I realized I can't replace his entire childhood with just achievements.
Today, most of the parents are struggling with screen addiction. How did you reduce screen time naturally, or did you ban screens, or you replace them with curiosity? We just want to know. This is very important question for everyone.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, I have been through that phase as well. But what I understood is, with kids, if we give something better, something else, they get engaged there. To give you an example, right? If you encourage them to start reading books, or maybe ask them to come to the kitchen and help you with the kitchen, whatever cooking or
Exactly.
selecting the vegetables, or maybe chopping or cleaning the kitchen or cleaning the bedroom, they will be more than happy to do that. But only thing is, we need to have patience to pull them into that. As a parent, especially when you're working, being a working mother or being a working parent can be draining. You are already on calls 24/7, and then coming back home and again asking kid to sit with you and start talking to the kid, that can be draining. But on the other hand, we don't have a way out. And when we start giving something better than the screens, kids will automatically stop using the screens. And again, it's not that I'm banning him from using the screens. I'll give him his time, but there is a limitation for that.
What habits at home helped Advik become a reader?
Uh, to be very frank, I'm a reader. Like, I
Okay.
love reading books, and
Okay.
it's been there since my childhood.
Mhm.
And now he has come to a point. If we are traveling, I usually carry a book, and he has come to a point where he carries a book as well.
Okay.
Even if we go on a trip, or even if we go to some resorts, I usually grab my book, and he does that as well. We both sit together. He reads his book, I read my book, and sometimes we exchange the stories. I tell
Mhm.
what I learned, he'll tell what he learned.
On weekends or generally, what does a normal day at your home looks like?
Chaotic. I mean, it's absolute chaos. To be very frank, it's just a normal day. Just books lying around. We are arguing, silly, talking silly things, laughing at silly things, and again, I bugging him to come and study. He's saying he wants to go play. So these kind of chaotic moments are always there.
So, as a mother, what's important for you, marks or mindset?
Mindset, definitely mindset.
Okay.
I mean, what I've understood is marks is a qualification that tells you that you can fly, but mindset is a skill that lets you fly. It gives you wings to fly. They go hand in hand. I'm not denying it, but without mindset, it's difficult if you just have marks.
So, when you see him speaking on stages today, what does the mother inside you feel quietly?
I think it's gratitude. I somewhere
Definitely.
feel like I have been doing maybe a bit of parenting correctly, and I see that in Advik. We as a family, how we are, right? I'm very thankful for that.
Ma'am, we just want to know about elite word record Advik just had.
Elite world record was something that was suggested by his school. He was chosen for public speaking. The earlier world record was 12 hours, if I'm not wrong. When he was chosen, he was, of course, super excited to begin with. But when he started seeing the enormity of it, right, he was slightly demotivated, I guess, because he was supposed to talk more than 12 hours continuously, of course, with 10 minutes break every hour, and he was not allowed to repeat any information. For that, he was supposed to practice a lot. So he was able to talk 1 hour, 2 hour, but beyond 2 hours, it was difficult for him. I think 2, 3 days before the world record, he got really sick and he was admitted to hospital. He had stomach infection and all that. When that happened, of course, everyone questioned why to do this for the kid, for such a small kid. But my thought process, or my like, we as a parent, what we thought is, let us give a try. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, at least he'll know the enormity of things which he has to achieve. But when he was on a hospital bed with IV put on his hand, he still said, I will do it. Even if I have to take the saline with me, I'll still do it. I'll still talk for more than 12 hours. That was the determination I was looking. That kept me going. Fortunately, the school principal and his mentor, they called him and they told him they'll be able to reschedule the event. Right? They postponed it for a week. When he got to know that, within that week, something changed. Something changed, as in the demotivated Advik was not there. He just picked it up. And on the day of the event as well, right? I think it started around 7 o'clock. When we were going, I was tensed because it had been hardly 1 week since Advik recovered. And of course, I had a nurse standby just to be on safer side, right? And had been telling myself, never push him too much. Like, if he says he can't do it, it's okay. I was tensed because he was supposed to talk for 14 hours. And I had my questions, I had my doubts, but this kid was completely calm. Like, he had no bother. Like, he was like, "हाँ ठीक है, मैं करूँगा." And he went on. I thought at least 13 hours we can wrap up करके, but he himself pushed it till 14 hours. The moment, the 14th hour when it was done, it was such a, I don't know how to say. I mean, I could see like the entire 3 months efforts I could see in that last 30 seconds of his achievement. And after the achievement, that should, like, this kid is so thankful and he's full of gratitude. He took the mic and he thanked everyone there. By the time he finished, again, it was already night 12:30. He started at 7 o'clock in the morning and it was night 12:30 or so. He took the mic. He didn't even hesitate. Like, he didn't even say, I'm done, 14 hours, I'm done, I'm just tired. He thanked me, he thanked his father, he thanked his grandparents, he thanked all the adjudicators, principal ma'am, and he also thanked the mentor. And not just that, he also thanked everyone who was there. That is something which made me realize that this kid is not just intellectual, or he is not just determined, but also he knows how to have the gratitude. I had promised him I'll get him ice cream. By the time we wrapped up everything, it was 2 a.m. And of course, we couldn't find the ice cream. But we came to home and he was just holding his medal. All night he slept holding his medal. And yeah, the next day, of course, it was party time.
It's really touching, ma'am. We wish Advik breaks many such records and we have many such mothers like you. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. Thank you.
We'll be back with another extraordinary story on Beyond Campus series. Until then, stay curious and don't forget to subscribe Campus Unlocked and click the bell icon to be a part of this journey.